How about God beard? Can I be in the God beard? How about God hair? Can I get me some God hair? How about God yogurt? We have cow's yogurt, we have goat yogurt, we have God yogurt. Or God's spell. Can I be in God's spell? I want to play a leading role in God's spell.
All right.
What on earth is Godhead? It sounds like a new drug or a bong you get in the head shop. I'll take 2 nickel bags and a Godhead.
Like a pill.
It's an opiate.
Same pills like candy.
I'm preaching good today.
Yes, you are, Rabbi.
Thank you, Matthew. I mean, for we are complete and he is the head of the Godhead. What on earth is Colossians? No! He is Maria, and all other Mars must bow to Maria. End of story. Isn't the Aramaic a lot simpler? And Dunkin' Donuts would be simpler too. Problem is, we got to get some of those Hindus that run those places saved and get them speaking Aramaic. I didn't say anything bad about Hindus. Don't look at me that way. I said we got to get some of those store owners, Hindus, saved.
Amen.
That's not a racist remark. That's a get saved remark. Baruch Hashem, Yahweh.
Joe Biden.
Alrighty, let's sing a hymn. Go with me, please. We'll close with a hymn. It's a long hymn, but it's a hymn. Philipsia, chapter 2, and verse 5.
Philippians chapter 2.
Philipsia, Philipsia, chapter 2, and verse 5. Hey, Chris, you remember how to make another track with this thing? Come over here, please. See if I forgot how to put this on a second track. I'm just playing with this today. Philipsia 2 and 5, because I have everything on one. This way, right? On one thing. Which button do I press? Do you remember? Just show it to me when you get a chance. Okay. When Brit Chadashah scholars attempt to understand things from Scripture, they come across these lines in Philipsia. Yeah, I know, but I want to make it like a second track. Just hit stop and do that for me. Stop and then record again. That's the only way to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Take him out and shoot.
Okay. What are you talking about, Darryl? Chris, I can't do that. I need him. Okay. There are a few lines in Philippians that are offered as evidence of the first, one of the early hymns of the Renewed Covenant Kehillah. Thank you. Of the Renewed Covenant. It says one, even though we stop and press.
It's in another folder.
Okay, gotcha.
Check the folder index.
Okay. You'll show me later. But it's a separate track, right?
It's a separate.
Okay. We have in Philippians 2, unknown to most scholars, one of the earliest evidences of the Aramaic origins of the Brit Chadashah. Not only the original origins of the Brit Chadashah, but how profound and spiritually deep these verses are. What we're about to read is not merely Philipsia 2, 5 through 11. Rather, it is one of the earliest Nazarene Israelite hymns. And the way we know it is a hymn, what is a hymn? A short song, One of the ways we know that it is a hymn is because of its poetic format. Okay, let's read it and see what we can come up with. Well, let me read it to you from the Restoration Scriptures. Now watch this. This is the early Kehillah used to sing this during the Kehillah, in the service. Isn't that neat? Philipsia. You give me a page if you have it there.
930.
938. Okay. 2, and let's pick it up in verse 5. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Mashiach Yeshua, who being in the form of Eloah, it was like a hymn, like a catchy hymn, who being in the form of Eloah thought it not presumptuous or blasphemous that he is the equal of Yahweh, and made himself of no reputation, took upon himself the form of an Eved, and was made in the likeness of the sons of men. And being found fashioned as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even the death of the execution stake. Therefore Yahweh has highly exalted him and given him the name which is above every name, that is the name of Yeshua every knee should bow, things in the Shamayim, things on earth, things under the earth, and that every tongue should confess that Yeshua the Mashiach is the Master Yahweh, Maryah, to the Tiferet of Eloha, his Abba. In the Greek, they should confess that he is Lord. Nonsense. They should confess that he is Maryah, to the glory of Abba, his Eloha. Let me read this to you in the Aramaic, and then I'll make a few comments on it. I had one brother tell me the other day, because he's studying the Aramaic Peshitta and the Aramaic origins of the Brit Chadashah, and he was shocked. He says, what's going on here? We know, turn to your neighbor and say, we know. We know that Yahweh and Allah are not the same deity. And yet the Aramaic word for Elohim, or cognate for Elohim, is Aloha. Now I wrote Eloha because I don't want anybody to think that it comes close to Allah. But can you stand the truth?
Yes.
Can you actually deal with the truth?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you handle the truth?
I can handle it. I can handle it.
Just like when Tom Hanks challenged Jack Nicholson. Can you handle the truth?
You can.
The actual Aramaic is Allah, which is Allah.
Oh boy.
That doesn't mean that Allah is Yahweh.
No, we know better than that.
What that means is the Aramaic word for Elohim is pronounced Allah. And don't you think Satan knew that, which is why he raised up Allah to mimic the Aramaic term for Yahweh in the New Testament. Because before there was an Allah, there was a Yahweh. And in order for Satan to ridicule Yahweh and counterfeit Yahweh, he attributed to Muhammad's deity the same name that the Aramaic almost attributes to Yahweh.
Wow.
You get it.
No.
Check that out. Can you handle the truth? Now, it's true you can pronounce it Eloha, which is a lot safer. This way we don't have to answer that many questions. But if you really want to be an Aramaic primacist, you need to know that the word is pronounced Allah, which is Allah. Allah.
Oh, wow.
But does that surprise you? Because Satan himself is disguised as an angel of light, isn't he not? And so therefore be not surprised if his ministers are masquerading as ministers of light. If Satan disguises himself as an angel of light, don't be shocked when his ministers are masquerading as messengers of light. So that's not a shock to me. Let me read it to you in the actual Aramaic. Philippians 2 verses 5 through 11.
Wow.
Hawadaka awata bad mata dala lahwa kapta kabash hada dahayata pakma dahala.
That's Hebrew.
That's Aramaic. I'm reading you Philippians 2, 5 through 11 in Aramaic. Ela nafesh sharak wa damata damata nesem wa ha bedamata de banisha wa besakma asikta aika barnasha. Melech nafash wastemel adma lamota din tisachapi daza kipa mitil hana ab Allah asigira mera da shimech de mitar min kul shimun de shema de Yeshua kul baruch tikop. Try translating this one, Raina. You are hired, girl. If you can translate this, you're hired.
Oh, girl. Please. We're going to put you on the payroll.
Man, you're doing it.
Woo! We're going to put you on the payroll.
Every time she comes to Allah, she goes. Oh man, DB Shemaya wa Bara wa.